Extraction shooters are either confusing, brutally punishing, or insanely addictive, and Marathon looks like it might be all three. If you've heard of the name but don't actually know what the game is, stick around, because this might end up being one of the most important shooters coming out. What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about Marathon, Bungie's upcoming extraction shooter, and break it down in a way that actually makes sense. If you're into high stakes shooters, PvP mixed with PvE, or just curious about what Marathon even is, make sure you subscribe because I'll be covering this game every single week leading up to the launch. In this video we're going to cover what kind of game Marathon actually is, how the core gameplay loop works, and why I'm personally excited for it. No crazy speculations, no overhyping, just the facts and why this game has my attention. At its core, Marathon is a sci-fi extraction shooter developed by Bungie, the studio behind Halo and Destiny. But this is not Destiny 3, and this is definitely not a battle royale. In Marathon, you play as a runner, dropping into dangerous zones on the planet Tau Ceti IV. Your goal isn't to rack up kills or be the last person standing. Your goal is to loot, survive, and extract. Every run is a risk. You go in with gear, you search for loot, you complete objectives, and at some point, you have to make a decision. Do you push your luck, or do you get out alive? This is where extraction shooters separate themselves from normal PvP games. Here's the basic loop. You gear up before a run, you drop into a shared map, encountering AI enemies and other players, finding valuable loot or completing contracts. And then you try to extract safely. If you extract successfully, that loot becomes part of your persistent stash. But if you die before extracting, you lose what you are carrying. That single mechanic changes everything. Suddenly, every gunfight matters, every decision matters, and every sound you hear could be another player deciding whether you're worth the risk. One thing Bungie has emphasized is that Marathon is a PvP VE, meaning you're not just fighting players, you'll be dealing with AI controlled enemies guarding loot, other runners hunting you, environmental hazards, and limited resources. So even if you avoid PvP entirely, the game is still dangerous. And if you seek out PvP, you're risking everything you've picked up so far. That balance is what creates tension. You're constantly asking yourself, is this fight worth it? Instead of traditional classes, Marathon uses runner shells, basically specialized bodies designed for different playstyles. From what we know so far, these are more likely the roles, not strict classes. Stealth focused runners, recon or intel focused runners, combat heavy runners, and loot oriented runners. You're not locked into any one way of playing. You customize your runner with gear, mods, and upgrades that shape how you approach each run. This is something Bungie is really good at, letting players define how they want to play, not just what weapons they use. What makes Marathon stand out to me is how intentional it feels. Extraction shooters often fall into two extremes. Either they're so hardcore they scare new players away, or they're so forgiving that nothing feels risky. Marathon looks like it's aiming for the middle ground. High tension, real consequences, but with Bungie's twist, with smooth gunplay and readability. You're not fighting menus, you're not buried in spreadsheets, you're making moment-to-moment decisions under pressure. Personally, this game checks a lot of boxes for me. I love high-stakes gameplay, games where survival actually matters, and systems that reward smart decisions over raw aggression. And Marathon looks like a game where you don't win just by being a good shooter, you win by knowing when not to fight. This is just the beginning. In the next video, I'm going to compare Marathon to other extraction shooters and break down who this game is actually for. If you're even remotely interested in Marathon, make sure you subscribe. I'll be covering this game consistently all the way to the launch. And drop a comment. Are you planning to play solo or with a squad?